Good morning, my dear fellow Energists and fellow radiant shiny beings. It is I, Silvia, coming to you from beautiful Eastbourne by the sea. And once again, I find myself bathed in glorious sunlight. Even though the whole week it's just been raining and pouring down. So that's just remarkable. And I don't know what we're going to do today. I'm up for anything. I'm ready to go. And one of the things, good morning, Dee. How lovely to see you here. And thank you, Facebook, for letting me know when people are joining the live stream. Yes, Dee, good morning. Now, you might hear something in the course of this morning that might sound vaguely familiar, because it's something we talked about last night, as it were. All right, so while we're waiting for people to assemble, I thought I'll give a few shout outs. And the first shout out I'd like to do is for our many Turkish members who are so enthusiastic, and they're doing so many wonderful things with modern energy in groups and for companies and for individuals. And that is really thrilling for me to see that I have started something that other people are picking up and they're running with the ball and just making the world a happier, better place, one person at a time. And that's what modern energy is all about. That's my mission in life, is to make people happier. I guess when I was a small aspect back in the day, in Germany, it was just, people was just so miserable all the time. And it was just, what little children are like. They try to make their parents and the people in their environment happy. It's really programmed into us. And the aspect tried its very best, but it was just something that she didn't know what to do. Good morning, Sasanti. Wonderful to have you here. I just want to say something. We're on the shout outs, and I'd like to give you a shout out for the amazing work that you are doing, Sasanti. My absolute admiration for your energy and your dedication, and you are an amazing, radiant being. You really are, and I am so glad that you have come to join us here in the GOE. Yes, so I was talking about trying to make the world a better place, even as a young child, and it's really that understanding of stress and energy body stress. That's the huge breakthrough, and the modern energy chart. And then I had finally something that I could show to people and say to them, right now, this is where we are, this is the problem, and here is the solution. And the solution is, of course, to raise energy, and that's, the great mystery of the ages, the great gift that modern energy has for people, to, in a way, give them permission to be happier more often, and to really not just pursue happiness, happiness is running away and they're pursuing it, eternally. To actually find happiness and to have that be important, to have that as a goal, that your happiness comes first, and anything else that you want out of life afterwards, that comes after. And it doesn't matter what that is, whether you are looking for a new lover, or whether you're trying to make more money, or whether you have a mission that you want to bring to the world. All of that relies on you being happy first. And I think that's what people have misunderstood. It's the other way around. I'm not happy, so I need more money. And when I have more money, then I'm more happy. Or I'm not happy because I haven't got a husband or a partner. And if I had a partner, then I would be happy. And it just doesn't work that way around. It's the other way around. Once you are happy, It's easy to get the success and the money and the partners and anything else you want in the heart. So your happiness matters, we say that, to try and warm people up to the idea that, yeah, your happiness really matters. But it goes so much further than that. I mean, your happiness is everything. It really is everything. It is the alpha and omega. It starts with your happiness, and that's where the energy comes from to then do the things you need to do to make you happier still. And it ends in happiness. The omega, when we are thinking our plane is going to crash and our brain is flooded with serotonin and we remember the star events of our lives. And that's just amazing, you know. Yes, that our happiness, our individual happiness, is the alpha and omega. It's the building block to strong, intelligent partnerships, to strong, intelligent families, to strong, intelligent societies, and at the end of the day, a strong and wonderful humanity. Good morning, Lisa. I see that you've joined us. That's really wonderful. Sending you lots of loves and starry sparkles this morning. You're a wonderful energist, and I hope that one of these days you're going to burst open that cocoon and come forth and expand your radiant wings, raise your crown of lights, and go ahead and do your unique thing in this life. I and many others await this. Okay, so here we are. And of course, for me, tomorrow is the big moment when Project 11 starts, Star Matrix. And I've welcomed the passengers on board. I have said that I will be your captain for this journey. But we're not going on a ship that goes on water. We are absolutely going on a starship. Of course we are. It's called Star Matrix. So I've always wanted to be a starship captain, and I'm glad that I have, at the ripe old age of 60, finally realized my dream. And it's just going to be brilliant. I can't wait what we are going to discover in the course of doing this. Of course, I know everything. Yeah, I know everything deep down, but it's the conscious connections that are, you know, what you need. You need to know what you know. I mean, one of the things that I have said many times, and I'm going to say it again because it's so important. If the conscious mind isn't on board, if we don't consciously understand what's going on, we can't act properly. We can't act successfully in the heart. It's just not possible. And I always tell the story of the man who's dying in the streets and he's got no money, no food, is freezing cold, homeless, and somebody puts $1 million in his bank account, but they don't tell him that. So, of course, the man is now acting on wrongful information, on missing information. He hasn't got the bigger picture. And what happens is that a few days later, there's a snowstorm and the guy dies. Cold, lonely, hungry, and forsaken. And he never knew that he had, in fact, all the resources he needed to live a different life. That's what we're looking at here, to live a totally different life. And with the Star Matrix, the positive memories, you know, forget about me selling you the course here. Think about that. Is that how can we possibly construct a reality for ourselves that makes sense, that works with us, that brings us happiness, if we haven't done an inventory of what we've got? We are missing, I'd say, 95% of the information in order to have a clear idea of who we are, what we can do, what we're really good at, you know, what makes us happy. That's so important to bring that back, I think. I mean, I think that's a huge part of my life's mission. And to bring, and the conscious mind needs to be brought back on board. In so many of the old Oriental methods, the conscious mind was being totally denigrated. It's called a monkey mind, or the stupid mind, or the idiot mind, and it's just not true. The conscious mind is an extraordinary thing. It is a space-time ship that can travel through the dimension. It can take us anywhere. And what we consciously think about affects our energy body instantly. In fact, our energy body doesn't even know the difference between something that happens in the heart and something that just happens on a computer screen or in sanctuary. And it is the conscious mind's ability to direct attention to where it wants to go that immediately then affects the energy body, that immediately then affects the physical body, as adrenaline or serotonin is being pumped through us. And so the conscious mind really has the power to control our states. And the very first thing we should do there is we should love it more, embrace it as an entity, really, stop beating up on it because it freaks out when it gets too stressed. And like all our bits, we need to really, really love our conscious minds. And I think that's a big part of this happiness business, loving all our bits unconditionally. Body, mind, all the parts thereof, spirit, all the parts thereof, and really getting this attitude of unconditional love going for all parts of us. And most especially parts that we've beaten up on, like be that the conscious mind, oh, it's let me down so many times, or I'm stupid. See, every time somebody says, I'm stupid, they're beating up on their own conscious mind. And that's terrible. Think of all the parts of our body as though they are our children. And there's one that always gets slapped around the head and told they're stupid, or say, like, people don't like something about themselves, like my nose is ugly. I had this ugly, horrible nose. If only I didn't have this ugly, horrible nose. And that's, again, the nose is this child that just gets slapped and hurt and injured and denigrated. And that is so sad and so unloving. It just makes me nearly want to cry. So yeah, sorry, I'm really got into that. Unconditional love is a wonderful thing. And we have got the power to make conscious decisions, conscious choices, and not just be a recording device that just plays back the same old shit our ancestors and caretakers have put into our heads. We can think our own thoughts. We can seek our own happiness. Once we understood how important that is, once we understood that, we are literally on the other side of a paradigm shift. And there, love reigns supreme. There we love our bodies, we love our energy minds, we love our conscious minds, we love all our bits. And we come back together as a single human totality. And then we can go out and love other people. Good morning, Annette Berg, and good morning, Paul Grant. Lovely to see you here. Paul, I love your Tai Chi videos. I'm glad you're doing that. All you now need to do is find a much, much bigger audience. And I'm going to send you some star sparkles so that happens now. I'm loving that I could see who's actually here today. Kamaziye, good morning. Wonderful to see you. I have earlier given a shout out to the wonderful work our Turkish trainers and members are doing. Please pass this on to all of them, that I am super proud of them, and I'm absolutely loving their energy and their enthusiasm to make the world a better place. And I'm very happy to repeat that, because that's really what I want to see more of. I want to see more happy, excited people going out there, not being afraid anymore, but saying to people, let's do something positive. Let's do something that makes us happy, that helps us connect better, that makes us into better human beings, better families, better partnerships. Doesn't matter what it is. Everything works better with energy. This is so true. Yes. Oh, somebody told me a brilliant story, just flashed into my mind. They were somewhere, and there were 4 ladies who had gathered together to mourn a friend of theirs. They always used to go around together as a group, and one of them had died. And the person was there, and they thought about whether they would dare to go and ask for a positive memory of the friend. And they thought about it, and they thought about it, and eventually the bow broke, as it were, and they felt they had to say something. So they asked about something good about the friend, whether they remembered anything good. And what happened next just totally blew them away. People just literally instantly started to talk about funny joint events that they've had and great experiences that they had, and the energy just got higher and higher and higher, and there were tears of laughter and tears of joy. And apparently the next morning, one of these people saw our person in our Energist in the hall, and they said, "Are you an angel? We were so sad." And we after you'd gone, we were like, my God, that person must have been an angel to turn our sadness and depression into such joy. And we have so much love for our friend in our hearts. Thank you so very much. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. That is just awesome. Just talking about star matrix and asking for positive memories has caused this one energist to get over themselves and make an enormous change in the timeline of these 4 people. Think about it. If they hadn't been there, these 4 ladies, they would have continued to drink, and they would have gotten ever sadder, and they'd gone off into their separate hotel rooms, and then sadly the next morning they'd go away, and now they're not. Now they're not. Not only that, when they are with somebody who's crying and bereaved, I wonder if they'll remember their angel and how amazing it was that there was someone there who turned it around for them. Wow, love it. Absolutely love it. And, you know, we haven't really even started with it. Star Matrix is so young. It's only like 4 weeks ago. It was still called Project 11. And I'm getting to hear all these amazing stories from people under all sorts of different circumstances, where simply getting people to start thinking about positive memories has really changed the game. And there was somebody else who messaged me and said, I finally understand what you mean by positive thinking. And I was like, hallelujah, that's a soul saved. That is a soul saved, to understand that positive thinking isn't pretending something good that isn't there at all and sticking your head in the sand and not seeing the hard, horrible truth of reality. But it is an application of the power that is within us to choose what we want to do, what we want to think, what we want to create. Now, I'm not saying that you always get what you want. You don't. But you can give it a jolly good old go. And at least if it then doesn't work, then it wasn't your fault. You did your best. You were positive, proactive. So important, proactive. Oh, you did the right things. You did the best you could. And then you can go to bed and be happy and proud of what you've done. And that's really, to me, what positive thinking really is. Thinking about something that you want to think about. Good morning, Sevgi. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce your name correctly. It's lovely to see you here. Okay, so enough of the chat. Star Matrix, the ship leaves tomorrow at Spaceport Star Matrix. And I'm hoping that that any of you who are still sitting on the fence, hop off, pack your bags, come and join us, because it's going to be bloody good. It's going to be awesome. And if you are a modern energy trainer, it's a complete no-brainer, because you only need to train one person and you got your money back. So come and join us. Oh, and that reminds me of a funny thing. As a special bonus, I have decided for this Star Matrix course to add a personal Star Matrix session with me for all the participants, one at a time, over the 12 weeks this course runs. And I thought about this morning, and I thought this was so funny. If we were doing trauma tapping, I would not in a million years have offered that. Not in a million years was I going to sit there with 50 people and tap through 50 people's latest trauma stories. Absolutely not. Not even with positives, not ever. But the idea of sharing 50 star memories. I mean, I'm just like, wow. Wow. What am I going to learn? How is this going to affect me? Oh my God. That's going to be unbelievable. That's going to be absolutely amazing. Wow. And so, yeah, I'm like on board with that, 100% on board with that. And I can't wait doing these individual sessions with the people on the course. That's going to be amazing. That's going to be absolutely amazing. I really look forward to that. And there's so many other things about that. That is so beautiful. In the meantime, the basic idea of reclaiming these high positive events. You don't have to be on the course to do that. You don't have to be on the course to make your own book of stars. You don't have to be on the course in order to ask friends and relatives, and especially old people, very important, about their star memories. You don't. You can go ahead and do that now. You do not need a certificate for this. This is much, much bigger in many ways. It's, I'd say it's near enough it could be like a positive virus that spreads through humanity. I was talking about those 4 ladies who'd been so sad and now they're not, and whether or not they'll remember this, and I think they will. I think they will, because it's human, it's correct, it's natural, it's the right thing to do, and they will go on to spread this too, even without wearing a GOE badge, and that's really what we need in order to have this ripple out and make a real change to people's lives. Yes, and I would like there to say something personal. Many of you will know Donna Wirth from the USA. And some of you will also have met Donna's daughter, Denise. And Donna's daughter, Denise, just died. And she was a lovely person, absolutely lovely. I fell in love with her first time I saw her. Just a glorious, glorious being. One of those where people say at the funeral, she was too good for this world. And to remember the beautiful things about her, her irreverence, her charm, her beauty, just energy. That is so soothing and so healing and positive. And I have absolutely no doubt that Denise is soaring in joy. And Donna told me that her last words were, "Everyone loves everyone." And what I would really like to see is a foundation, Denise Wirth foundation. Everybody loves everyone. And I'll have to have a word with Donna and see if we can set something up, at least for the GOE, to remember her by and to remember her spirit and the joy she brought to so many people. Dear, dear Denise, lots and lots and lots of love, and please smile upon us. We're still struggling down here, and one day we'll be free too, and hopefully we will meet again. That would be wonderful. So yes, the whole topic of human bereavement, of course. People do this at funerals, unconsciously. But perhaps with all the trauma entrainment, they stop now. And they don't really understand why you don't say bad things about the deceased, but only remember the good things. Because that is what essentially energetically heals our bereavement. And what can I say? This is a topic that I could talk about for hours. But if you have still bereavement pains and unhealed bereavements, that is definitely an area where you can apply the basic star matrix idea of really connecting with the highest positive memories you have with that person. And when you do that, then you get a sense of connection, that they're not just eradicated, but that they indeed live on energetically, absolutely, and certainly through us and our memories of them. Yes, I wanted to say that. And if you want to, say a prayer for Denise and for Donna, let's send some love to Donna. It's been a long road, and her love will see her through. Ah, dear. Okay. I didn't know I was going to do that today. Right, so, my dear lovely people, here and in future time and space who are seeing this somewhere else, let us do a little energy exercise that came across my path this morning while I was waiting to go live with you. I was just doodling along, and I started doodling a little star, and the song came into my head. You are my lucky star. And I thought, oh, I'm doodling a lucky star. So let's do a lucky star energy exercise, EMO, energy in motion. I think that would be lovely. Okay, guys, join me. Let's assume the heart position. Deep breath in and out. If you remember our 3 planes meditation from last Sunday, start in the physical reality, go through the heart and all the way up to the realms of the stars, where the stars are always shining brightly and sparkling and blessing us with their light. Just get a sense of the realm of stars and those infinite stars and their sparkling light, their sparkling energy. All speaking of love and beauty, of awe and splendor, all things beautiful, all things bright and beautiful. Today, what we're going to find, in all that myriad of stars, there's one star that shines more brightly than all of them and attracts your attention. It may flash in a different color, and it might flash brightly, like a sort of a real flashing, woohoo, here I am. And that is our lucky star today. What I'd like you to do is to just tune in on the lucky star. Breathe deeply. Oh. And now let the lucky star energy begin to flow in, through, and out into the top of your head. And just allow that lucky star energy to flow through you all the way in, through, and out. And if you have to move or use your hands to let a little encouragement, to let that energy flow through all of you quite happily, then go right ahead and do that. I'm doing that now. Lucky star energy. And what you'll find is as you can flow that energy, there's more coming. More. And you can get more. This is enormously powerful energy, the lucky star energy. Whew. Just let that flow all the way through you. And let it keep going. Let that keep going. And just give an instruction to let it keep going. Just keep going. A standing resonant connection with your own lucky star. And that can go with you day and night, wherever you may go. Then you can always be star blessed, star kissed, and star loved. Isn't that beautiful? I would encourage you to do that connection exercise a few more times to really make sure that this lucky star connection stays steady and resonant. And it keeps providing your energy body with that special lucky star energy. Your very special lucky star that shines just for you. I'm going to say thank you, dear Energy Mind, for providing me with this beautiful little EMO exercise, this little meditation. And of course, if you really want to, you can always tap along to it as well. Lucky star energy. But make sure that you get a sense of that resonant connection that stays with us and never goes away. Okay, right, that was fun. Good morning, Janine. A little late, but better late than never. And also, in the virtual world of videos, there is really no time. It's a bit like Project Sanctuary. There's no time, no space. Everybody who comes, we come together in a different way, in a different place. So you can't be late ever, which is great, isn't it? Can't be early either. We're always right on time. Okay, guys. So that was fun. It's lovely connecting with you this morning. And I have already decided, thanks to Star Matrix, it got the ball rolling. I really enjoy Sunday with Silvia. I never know what my energy mind's going to send me, but it's always beautiful. And I really feel that we can be more connected. And you never know, perhaps this will evolve into a kind of a TV show with guests and guest speakers or other people presenting it. You never know where technology will lead us in the next year or so. But in the meantime, I'm going to be hopefully here with you on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. And we'll just do some energy fun, connect, and see what happens next. If you're on board tomorrow at 11, woohoo! And if you're not, I love you all the same. Please make sure that your happiness is like a glorious flower that just keeps on blossoming, keeps on blooming and becoming stronger and stronger and creating seeds that will spread all around the world. Lots of love from me to you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.